Welcome back to another Keep Moving with Emily. I'm Emily, your adaptive fitness trainer, helping you all keep moving. And if you don't know who I am, I'm Emily. I have lived with MS for almost 19 years now. I've been an adaptive fitness trainer since 2015, making fitness accessible for all levels of ability. And so today's class can be done totally seated or standing or a combination of both, depending on how you're feeling. All of our workouts are going to be written up on the screen. So if you do have cognitive challenges like myself, you can follow along. We're getting in a full body exercise today where we're going to be doing a combination of upper body and lower body movements. We'll be getting in cardio and core. We'll also be working our hand-eye coordination. So make sure you've got maybe a TheraBand, a couple sets of hand weights, and a tennis ball, and we are going to get warmed up. I always like to start our warm-ups with a nice little body scan, which is up on the screen here. So wherever you're at, this is just kind of a helpful way to check in with our body. Every day, you know, is different, and some days we have more energy, or some days our muscles are feeling tired. So just let this kind of inform you on how you're going to move today. So we breathe in through the nose and exhale. We're just going to kind of check in from our head to our toes. Check in with your mood. How are you coming to class today? Feeling overwhelmed, anxious, stressed? You're having a good day. Usually exercise can help boost our mood, so hopefully by the end of this class, you'll feel better. Good. Check in with your fatigue. How did we wake up today? Were we feeling kind of tired, or were we feeling energized? Exercise can also help improve fatigue, so just like listen to your body. If you need to take breaks, go for it. Check in with your cognition. How are we feeling mentally? Are we feeling clear or not? As we move down kind of towards our shoulders and our trunk, just notice any pain, spasticity, numbness, tingling, tightness in those muscles. We'll get a nice dynamic warm up to help get us moving and grooving, get that body warmed up and ready to go. And then just as we move down to our legs, just notice any maybe weakness in our legs today, balance issues. You can always use a chair or a wall or a couch or a walker to hang on to for extra balance if you need to, but give yourself permission to do this seated as well. And lastly, I just want you to set an intention why you're coming today. Is it just to move your body? Is it to, you know, step away from the chaos of life? Whatever it is, let that intention can just kind of channel all your energy for this workout. So let's take a big breath in up overhead. Reach those arms up to the sky. Exhale it out. Couple shoulder rolls. Good. You can always do this warm up standing too if you'd like. Big breath in and exhale and shoulder rolls. Good. One more big breath in. Exhale it out. Couple shoulder rolls. Nice. We're gonna do some arm openers. You can add in that foot tap to the side or just stick with arms opening. Warming up the chest, warming up the thighs. Now if we're seated, I want you to check in with your posture. I'll keep reminding you. Are we sitting up nice and tall without our back against the chair if possible? That'll help engage our core some more too. Last one here. Keep those arms extended out wide. Draw little tiny circles. You can add in any march if that works for you. Keep breathing. Reverse the direction with those arms. Warming up those shoulders some more. Perfect. Quick little rest. We're going to go palms to the sky, palms to the ground. Nice little rotation in the shoulders. And then we'll come forward. Good. Shoulders should feel starting to feel warm right now. Good. Coming forward and back to the side. Good. One more here. And shake out the arms. Moving into a spinal twist, we're just reaching across the body. Now, if you've joined me before for a class, you're going to be like, your warm-ups all look the same. And it's true. They all are all the same. We're warming up from our head to our toes, getting a nice dynamic warm-up, prepping all those muscles for the movements we're going to be doing later. Good. We're just warming up our spine, warming up our core, warming up our brain as we reach that arm to the opposite corner. Good. Last one here. Perfect. If you're seated, you're going to place your forearm on your thigh, and you're just going to reach it up and over. If you're standing, you can kind of just reach. Feels good in the lats and those obliques, working that shoulder range of motion. Good. The idea of these warm-ups is to kind of get our blood pumping, warm up those muscles, but not totally exhaust ourselves because we still have a workout ahead of us. Good. Last one here. Perfect. Rest. All right. We're going to warm up our lower body. So if balance is an issue for you, go ahead and take a seat because we're going to do some knee hugs. We're going to pull that knee up, rotate in our ankle, point and flex the toe. If you're doing this one standing, it definitely requires a lot of balance. So the key is to stay safe. Good. Pull that knee in, Rotating the ankle, point and flex the toe, working that ankle mobility, warming up our hips. Good, let's do one more on each side. All right, we're going into what I like to call hamstring scoops. So you're gonna extend one foot out in front of you, heels in the ground, toes pointed up, and we're gonna reach towards that toe, big arms open, nice big circle. We'll do about 4 or 5 on this leg, and then we'll switch sides. You're getting a nice stretch in the back of that hamstring, but we're not holding it because that muscle's not quite ready for us to do a static stretch. Go ahead and switch legs, pull that leg in, extend the other leg out, heels in the ground, toes pointed up, and reach. Working on that hinge, open up the chest. I like this one, it's kind of like a full body dynamic warm up here. Good, let's do one more. Nice. All right, legs are kind of wide, arms are wide. We're gonna go for windmills, opposite hand to opposite shin, ankle, knee, whichever feels good. Again, we're warming up our brain and our body. Nice little spinal twist here. And don't worry, our warm-up's not quite done yet, so last one here. Perfect. All right, grab your tennis ball. We're gonna move into some hand-eye coordination, neuromotor exercises. I'm gonna put the exercises up on the screen. This will kind of continue in with our dynamic warm-up with a little bit different stuff. So we're gonna start off with just a good old inhale, squeeze, exhale, release, working that dexterity. So you're gonna inhale, squeeze that ball as hard as you can. Exhale, release, and switch. Again, you can do this seated or standing. I'll kind of be doing a little bit of both. Inhale, squeeze, exhale, release. Inhale, squeeze. We're connecting that brain to the rest of our body. Good. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Exhale, release. One more on each side. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale, release. Perfect. All right, next one on the screen is pancakes. So we're just tossing the ball from right to left. Adding in a spinal twist if we can. The goal is not to look at the ball. We're working our proprioception, where we are in space. But if you need to, that's okay. If you drop your ball, it's just part of your workout to go get it. So, good. Again, if we're seated, are we sitting up nice and tall? They don't have to be huge tosses. They can be tiny tosses. Good. I know it's not up on the screen, but we're gonna do single hand toss. So choose a hand, right or left. We'll do a couple reps here. Again, you can add that spinal twist, make it a little bit more challenging if you want, and switch hands. Obviously, one hand's gonna be more dominant than the other, unless you're ambidextrous. Good. 3, 2, and 1. All right, open up your arms nice and big. Palms are facing forward. We're gonna exchange the ball in front, squeezing in the chest. Exchange hands, open up wide, and then up overhead. Good, so in front and up overhead. Again, core is nice and strong, whether we're doing this seated or we're standing. Let's have a little bit of a wider stance. Good. Woo! Hanging on nice and tight to that ball each time. Good. Do 2 more. Here's 1. And 2. Nice. All right. Now we're going to bring the ball behind our back. So scooch on the edge of your chair. Opening up the chest nice and big. Exchange the ball behind your back and in front. And switch directions. This is a really great thing to do, during commercial breaks, maybe while you're watching the Olympics, work on that hand-eye coordination. It's just a good little exercise to do. Perfect. And rest. All right, we're gonna go under our legs. So for the seated position, legs are kind of out in front of me at a 90-degree angle, and I'm gonna hinge forward and reach underneath. If you were doing this when standing, you're essentially just gonna kind of like hinge forward, nice little stretch in those hamstrings, and stand up nice and tall. So you can decide which one feels good to you. I like the seated one. Feels good in my lower back. Good. Grabbing the ball underneath. Again, squeezing nice and tight to that ball every time. Nice. Let's go for 2 more. Last one here. And then we're gonna channel that inner basketball player. There may be some like Olympic themed language today just because I'm inspired by the Olympics. So we're gonna go under one leg, over one leg for this seated option. If we're standing, you can do like a big squat. That might be a lot. So you can also do an ice skater, like so. Touching opposite hand to that opposite thigh as you push those hips in each direction. Good. 3, 2, and 1. All right. Inhale those arms up overhead. Whatever hand the ball is in, you're going to pull that elbow to your hip as you reach the other arm up to the sky and switch. We're working those obliques as we lean from side to side, and then reach that arm up. Nice little stretch here. Good. One more on each side. Pull that elbow to that hip and reach. Pull that elbow to that hip and reach. Final one, this is one that's gonna get our heart rate going. Guided ground reaches, so you're just gonna grab a hold of that ball with both hands, reach up to the sky, hands to hips, and down to the ground. Or if we're standing, hands to the sky, hands to hips, mini squat. Here we go. This is gonna get that heart rate going. If you're not already there, you don't have to bend all the way down to the ground either. We're just getting a nice hinge with that reach. We're gonna go for 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. All right, you should feel nice and warm now. Go on ahead and drop that ball. Grab a swig of water, get those weights handy and your TheraBand, and I will show you what we're about to do. Nice job, everybody. Hope we're feeling good. Welcome, welcome. All right. Okay, so here's where the meat and potatoes of our workout is. You're gonna see all the workouts up on the screen. We have 7. We've got 3 compound exercises, meaning we're working upper body and lower body together when we work multiple muscle groups. Just a good big bang for our buck. And so we're gonna be working upper body and lower body. So the first one is gonna be a squat to a press, or a sit to stand and a shoulder press if you're doing these standing. So squat to a press or a sit to stand with a press. If we're doing these seated, you're just gonna press with a leg extension, alternating. You can use 1 weight, 2 weights. I also have water bottles here. That's a great way to use something for resistance if you don't have weights handy. We're gonna be working for 60 seconds. We're gonna be resting for 20. So pretty quick transitions. During our rest breaks, I'm gonna show you what our next exercise is going to be. So essentially we've got 3 strength exercises, 2 cardio, and 2 core. Cool? So we're gonna be working a little bit of like muscular endurance, cardiovascular endurance. This is what you call HIIT training, high intensity interval training. It's shown to be really effective for people living with MS because we can work kind of a short amount of time with the same amount of effort if we were to go for like a really long period. So here we go. I'm gonna put my timer on and we're gonna get started in 10 seconds. So grab those weights, 1 weight, 2 weights. Choose to do this seated or standing. 60 seconds is kind of a lot of time. So if you're like, I can do maybe 10 seconds standing or a couple squats and then do it seated, totally fine. All right, here we go. Actually, we're gonna go for pink weights. All right, I'm gonna do the sit to stands with the shoulder press. So here we go. Time starts now. So you're gonna press those weights up and maybe we sit down, stands up and press. Good. So that's our, pretty intense move. You do a shoulder press then too. Or if we're seated, we're here. Pressing the weights up to the sky as I lift the toe. Making sure we exhale as we stand. Good, that's our power breath. Good. You can also do just a little tiny squat, pushing the hips back with that press. A lot of really good options. Now, if you're hardcore and your balance is good, I'm gonna show you a really advanced option. Add a knee raise. Woo! Yeah, that one's gonna be really tricky. That requires single leg balance. So you got 10 seconds left. You're almost finished. Then we're gonna work to the tops of our shoulders and our booties. Let's rest. Good. All right, our next move is a lateral raise. Arms come out to the side. If we're seated, we tap the foot to the side like so. If we're standing, we can either do a leg lift with a lateral raise or a tap to the side or a side step with our lateral raises. All right, let's go. So maybe I'm here, tapping the foot to the side as I raise my arms up, working the tops of those shoulders and those inner outer thigh and glutes. I can also lift my leg to the side. These are all good standing options. Or that side step, that works too. Keep going. Seated option. If lower body is not in your wheelhouse today, you just stay here with this lateral raise. If the weights get too heavy, drop them. You're halfway there. 30 seconds to go. You're doing awesome. If we're seated, are we sitting up nice and tall? Core is nice and strong. We want to make sure that our arms are not going any higher than parallel to the ground, or you're going to hurt your shoulders. Nice. 10 seconds left. We can do anything for 10 seconds. Let's go. Keep breathing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo, holy shoulders. All right. Next one is a bicep curl to a knee raise. So maybe we just stand and do a bicep curl if a knee raise doesn't work for us. Totally fine. Standing is an exercise too. This is our standing option. You can also just hold on to one weight and hang on to something, and I'll let you know when halfway is and you can switch. For those of us seated, we're adding in that knee. Here we go. 60 seconds of work. Bicep curls with that knee raise. Great option here. You can even come up onto a toe if raising the knee doesn't work for you. Good. You can alternate, or you're doing that single curl. Keep going. Maybe I'm hanging on to something. If you're doing that single leg one, single arm, you're gonna switch right now. So if you wanna work that opposite leg, go ahead and switch. We have 30 seconds left. Get up. We're working biceps and lower body and a little bit of core. Good, keep breathing. Keep those arms nice and close to your body, isolating that bicep as we curl the weights up to our shoulders. Here we go. We're almost finished. Then we're moving on to cardio. 3, 2, 1, rest. Drop those weights. I always like to incorporate some sort of kickboxing element just because life is hard and it's important to take it out in a healthy way. So we've got punches. You can stick with me or have fun with it. 60 seconds of punches. Seated or standing in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Straight out in front. Extending that arm out. Good. Breathe. If you hear that beat, stick to it if you can. Nice. Add in a little bit of a twist. Working that core a little bit. Good. You can punch it up high. Reaching. Good. You can do a couple in the middle, like 4 in the middle and then 4 up high. Go to high to low. Nice. Last 20 seconds. If you want to go single, single, double, single, single, double, go for it. You got 15 seconds left. And then I kind of have a fun challenge for you. If it works for you, I'll show you what we're doing. I'll put a pause on our timer. 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Okay, so up on the screen it says forward to backwards runs. So if moving in your space is safe for you to move forwards and backwards, do it. It doesn't have to be a run. It can just be a nice couple steps forward, couple steps back. If your space doesn't work that way, or if that doesn't feel safe to you, your other option, you're just gonna go really, really quick hands. And then at your own pace, you're gonna go quick down and then here. And quick little move, kind of like a football drill. If we're seated, we can be here and then touch the ground. So kind of have fun with it. Again, we're moving forwards and backwards if that's safe for you. If not, stand in place, pump those arms. Nice little quick runs, football drills, kind of what this looks like. So we'll get started in 3, 2, 1, let's go. So I might do like 8 pumps and then quickly touch the ground and come back here. Feels a little bit like a reaction drill. In a way it is. So maybe I'm here, maybe I'm jogging in place, and then quick little low. I can also go high. If bending over doesn't work, good. Or I'm moving forwards and backwards. Good. Keep it up. You got 30 seconds left. You know, life is unpredictable, so it's helpful when we can do a little bit of agility if that works for us. But if not, we're here. Nice. Good. 20 seconds left. And then we're moving on to core. Let's go. What I should do is just be the one to say, go, and then you gotta touch the ground. Here we go, go. I'll do that next time. Go. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Nice. Grab one weight. We're going for weighted sit-ups. Go ahead and take a seat if you're not seated already. Sitting on the edge of our chair, we're gonna hold that weight to our chest and we're just gonna lean back, shoulder blades to the back of our chair. Exhale, elbows to knees. Nice little core exercise here. I may add in a space element. Here we go. Lean it back. Exhale forward, elbows to knees. Inhale back. Now, the slower you go, the more you're gonna have to recruit that core, and you're really gonna feel it. So sometimes slowing down a movement, whether you're doing core exercises, bicep curls, squats, whatever, that's recruiting all those muscle groups, really making your brain and your muscles work. So, nice. Can you lean it back? Don't touch the back of your chair and hold for a few seconds. 3, 2, 1. Exhale, elbows to knees. Lean, 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 and hold. 3, 2, 1. Good, let's do that again. Lean it back, hold, hold, hold. 3, 2, 1. Go back to singles. Finish strong. We have 10 seconds left. And rest. All right, we got penguins next. You can do these seated or standing, with or without weights. We're just leaning from side to side. Again, if you want to make the weights, use the weights, that just adds extra resistance. You can also do this when standing. Legs are nice and wide, and I'm just kind of dragging my pinky along my thigh towards my knee. That kind of helps keep everything engaged. You ready? Let's go. So maybe we're leaning from side to side, dragging that hand down the side of our leg towards that knee. You're gonna feel it in these obliques, so side core muscles. Good, again, nice and slow and controlled. Or same idea, seated, just like so. Good. Again, maybe you use those weights. That just makes it more difficult, more challenging with the resistance. Keep that core nice and strong and breathe. Looking good. Halfway there, you got 30 seconds. We'll take a quick pause, grab some water, check in with our bodies. Move on. You got this. Last 20 seconds. Also, the nice thing about this workout, it is a no repeat workout, which means you won't see these exercises again. So, yay. Sometimes repetition is good though. Sometimes a minute isn't enough time for us to figure out the move. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Nice. Grab some water. Woo, take a break and grab your TheraBand because that is what is next. So how's everyone feeling? Thumbs up, everybody. We're doing good? Nice. Y'all are looking so good. So strong. Perfect. Okay. For these next few exercises, a TheraBand is preferable, but if you don't have a TheraBand, that's okay. You can always use a weight. So our first exercise is a lat pull. So I'm pulling my TheraBand towards my chest. The extra added challenge is the knee raise. But if you can't do the knee raise, that's totally fine. That seated option, I'm pulling my TheraBand to my chest, pulling those elbows down and back, and alternating. So that's what our lat pull looks like. Our clamshell is where we're gonna wrap it around our legs and open up the knees nice and big and close them. If you have like a mini loop or even your TheraBand, you can always tie it around your legs. Or the standing option. That standing option is essentially like a side step with our TheraBand. So I'm gonna quickly tie it around my legs, like so. This is gonna add extra resistance, and I'm just kind of doing a side step, keeping the resistance here. This is gonna be a much more advanced option, so if that doesn't work, this clamshell is great, or even like a side step seated is a good one, adding in that resistance, but you also don't need this TheraBand if you don't want it. And then our final one is an archer row. So we'll go for 30 seconds where I'm reaching one arm out, pulling the elbow back, like so. So if we have weights, we can do that as we pull, like so. And then the other 30 seconds, we'll pull that elbow back. Cool? So those are our TheraBand exercises. Our first exercise is gonna start in about 10 seconds. Lat pulls with that knee raise. So grab that TheraBand, reach arms up overhead. 3, 2, 1. So you're gonna pull that TheraBand towards your chest. You can always add in that knee raise. So notice I'm pulling my TheraBand, kind of elbows come back. Reach arms up and pull, like you're pulling a bar towards your chest. Elbows come wide. Yeah. And maybe this knee raise is too advanced or too risky standing. Take a seat and do it like so. Or just stand and do this lat pull. So good in those back muscles, postural muscles, working our core 20 seconds left. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, bring that weight to your chest. Nice. If the weight's too much, you can always hold a little further wide. That'll make it easier. Or drop the TheraBand altogether. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! Wrap that band around your legs. Tie it up, or you can just hold. That works too. Again, we're either doing that clamshell, stay up nice and tall, opening up those knees, or doing this seated side step or standing side step. So you decide what works for you. You ready? Go. This is our clamshell. Ankles stay together. Pull those knees out. Hold for a couple of seconds and come back. We're working that inner thigh and outer thigh. You can also do this seated one. Maybe we just lift a leg, keeping that resistance on our legs. Great option. Keep going. Or we're doing that side step. I also call these like monster walks sometimes. I have a slight bend in my knees. Side step. Feel in those glutes. Again, if we're moving laterally or forwards and backwards, we're working some agility. So, but keep yourself safe. Do what feels good to you. You have 20 seconds left. You got this. And then we'll quickly take the band off and finish with those archer rows for our strength. Good. Last 10. Hang on to it. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. All right. Quickly transition to our final exercise, that archer row. So I'm extending one arm out, holding the band straight out in front, and the other arm is kind of grabbing here, and I'm going to pull that elbow back as if I'm an archer in the Olympics, right? So reach that hand forward, and we're going to pull that elbow back and reach forward. So from the side, it looks like this. Pull. Keeping that elbow nice and high. Pull. Core is nice and strong. Now, the closer your hand is to the other hand, the more intense that resistance is going to be. So if it's too much, just pull a little bit further back. Good. Again, you can do this seated or standing. Let's switch arms. So now the arm that was pulling, now that arm is extended out in front. The other elbow is pulling back. You got it. Readjust those hands if you need to. So as I pull back, I'm going to hold for a few seconds, feel in the back muscles kind of by our shoulder blades. Woo! And then if you break your TheraBand, you just keep going. Good. Keep going. Also working our dexterity, because we got to hold nice and tight to this TheraBand. These TheraBands can be dangerous, so be careful. 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Nice. Drop that TheraBand. We're moving on to our cardio. We keep the TheraBand handy because we need it for core. We've got rope climbs. Reach and pull, like so. Seated or standing. Standing option, you can also add in those hips. Make it like a dance move if you feel like it. You ready? 60 seconds of work. Rope climbs. Let's go. Reach and pull. Add in those hips. You want to make it a dance move? Good. I think rock climbing is a Olympic sport, I think. Reach and pull. Anytime we reach arms up overhead, you're getting that heart rate going. So now we're working our cardiovascular endurance. Working that heart and lung function. So good. Last 30 seconds. Keep going. Woo! 15 seconds. Stay strong. I'm with you. I feel the burn. Let's go. 10 seconds left. Then we're going to move to narrow to wide. Working a little bit of coordination. Good. And rest. All right, so how it's going to go is it's going to go wide, wide feet, narrow, narrow. Wide, wide, narrow, narrow. Okay? Seated, wide, wide, narrow, narrow. Or you just use your arms. Or together. Cool? So a little bit of coordination. Working that cardio, working that brain. Let's go. Wide, wide, narrow, narrow, wide. If you need to say it out loud, go for it. You can always speed it up. Good. Wide, wide. Hanging onto a chair or a walker in front of us. Again, if you need to slow it down, that's totally fine. We're just going wide, wide, narrow, narrow. We're marching in place. Nice. Obviously, like a more advanced option is forwards and backwards, but obviously that's going to be a little bit more tricky. So do what you can do. Less than 30 seconds. You're already more than halfway done. Let's go. Check in with that posture. Are we sitting up nice and tall? You're breathing. Once you figure out the move, you can always speed it up. Good. Last 10. Come on. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rest. Grab your TheraBand. We're gonna do rowing abs. All right, so what that looks like is we're holding onto that band with a little bit of tension, and envision yourself on like the kayaking canoe team. You're just gonna row from one side and row to the other side, working those obliques, pretending like this is your oar. Here we go. So row and row. Dipping one side and then the other side. Good, nice slow and controlled moves. Feels kind of like we're in the water. Kayaking away. I did go kayaking the other day, and this was about our pace. Nice, slow, and controlled. Not trying to set any Olympic records here. Here we go. Last 30 seconds. Nice. Keep it up. You're doing so good. Last 20. Breathe. Nice. Can you give me 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rest. Woo! All right, final core exercise before we take a break, our starfish. I love these ones. So feet are together. I'm gonna hinge forward, bringing my chest towards my thighs, kind of touching the side of my legs. And as I lean back, it's like I'm doing a sit-up, but I'm not gonna touch the back of my chair. I'm gonna reach those arms up nice and big like a Y and crunch it forward. Here we go. So inhale, arms up like you're doing the YMCA. I want you to keep your head forward. We're not looking up to the sky or looking up to the ceiling. We're just leaning back slightly, kind of like a half crunch. As you reach those arms up, pull those thumbs back. You can always incorporate lower body. You want to look like a starfish, but inhale, reach, reach, reach. Exhale, crunch it forward. This feels a little bit like a cardio and core. Again, arms are coming up overhead. This one can also be done on the floor, but it's much more intense because you got to lay all the way back. And then as you crunch forward, you hug those knees. It's a very intense core exercise from the floor. That's why the seated option is a great one. We got 10 seconds left. Take a break. Big arms up. Last one, reach, exhale forward, and rest. Nice. Grab some water. We're on to our final round. So make sure you got some hand weights because we'll be using them for round number 3. Nice job, everybody. How we feeling? Thumbs up. Good. So good. Keep it up, Abe and Carol. Nice job, everybody. All right. Final round. Here we go. You know the drill. 7 exercises up on the screen. Our first one is a hinge with reverse fly. So we're working postural muscles and our hamstrings. So our standing option is going to require some balance, so keep that in mind, but I'm going to essentially hinge forward, pushing my hips back, and then I'm going to do a reverse fly, opening up my arms nice and big, squeezing the shoulder blades, and then I'm going to stand, squeezing the glutes. Your seated option, we're seated, I have my legs kind of extend out in front of me, hinging forward, reverse fly, and sit nice and tall. Cool? And then our next move is kind of like a forward press up to the sky. And then we're going to keep those arms up nice and high and just drop the weight kind of behind our head, press it up and down. So we're working our triceps, our chest, a little bit of everything. If this move up overhead and pulling the elbows back doesn't work for you, if you've got shoulder issues or weakness in your arms, just stick with the forward press and then up overhead. Because as we press it forward, you're still working your triceps as you push that weight forward. This is just an added extra challenge. And then we've got front raise to a chest press. So you can use your TheraBand or your weights for that one. Cool? That's what's happening. Find your weights. We got those reverse flies with a hinge. We're starting in about 10 seconds. So decide if you're gonna do this one seated or standing. I'm gonna show both. Get ready. All right. We're starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So you're gonna hinge forward, open up those arms nice and big, squeezing the shoulder blades, lower the weights, and either sit up or stand up. Hinge, reverse fly, and stand. Keep going. That standing option, push those hips back, back stays flat, open up the arms, and squeeze. Good. You're gonna feel this in the back of those shoulders, hamstrings and glutes. Nice. Again, this is what we call a compound exercise, working multiple muscles at the same time. Hinge, reverse fly. Less than 20 seconds to go. Keep it up. I know you're working hard. 10 seconds left. Nice. Last one here. Reverse fly, sit up, whoo, and rest. Drop it to one weight. You can also hold a tennis ball if the weights are too heavy, or a water bottle, whatever you've got. I'm holding on to my weight like so. I'm pressing it forward, bringing it to my chest, reaching my arms up overhead, elbows stay glued to my ears, and press it up. You ready? Let's go. So I'm gonna show you from the side. Push it forward, bring it to your chest, reach arms up overhead, and then lower the weight. But if that overhead tricep extension does not work for you because of your shoulders, then you just stick with this forward press and then up overhead press. So both are good options. Again, we're keeping those elbows tucked in nice and tight, so no wide arms. Tuck those elbows in. You're gonna feel it in the back of that arm for that tricep. Let's go. Again, we're not going for speed. We're going for quality reps. Check in with your posture if we're seated. Core stays nice and strong, sitting up nice and tall. Good, or we're just here. Nice. Last 10 seconds. Then you got that front raise to a chest press. You can do it with your TheraBand. You can also do good old rest. You can also do push-ups. So if you've got like a countertop or a desk or something stable in front of you, you can always do good old push-ups for 60 seconds. So keep that in mind. But we can go front raise with our weights or our TheraBand, pull those elbows back, push it forward and down. I'm gonna go for my TheraBand. I like doing these with a TheraBand. You ready? Here we go. So front raise, chest press, push and down. Working the tops of those shoulders. Pull that weight to your chest, push away and down. Nice. You can also do good old wall push-ups. So if you have like a wall in front of you, you can do push-ups, bringing that forehead towards the wall. A lot of different options. You decide which version feels good to you. Good. Get up, pull it back, push and down. Seated or standing. Let's go. We're working our chest, shoulders, and back. Good. 20 seconds left. Breathe. We're almost there. Woo! Shoulders are getting tired. 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good. All right, we're moving on to our cardio. Now, if you want to make this more intense, you can hang on to your weights, or if you have like water bottles or something. We're essentially doing a jumping jack, but a jack press, you just reach the weights up overhead if you want to do that, or just do a good old jumping jack. Are we ready? Let's go. So arms can come up overhead. You can press the weights overhead, add in a leg tap, or just big old arms. You can also do a seal jack. Arms come in front, like you're clapping your hands. This one feels good if your shoulders are starting to get tired. Like if this is starting to get too exhausting, this is a good option too. Still working our chest, still working our shoulders, still working our cardio. Or you can do a combo, or you're doing that jack press, like so. Good. Or you've got 30 seconds left of, cardio of choice if you so desire. This is your workout. 20 seconds left. We're so strong. We got this. Our final cardio is a fun one, reaction drill. If you've been with me before, you know what to expect. Well, not really, because it's different every time. 3, 2, 1, rest. Check out those arms. All right, we're gonna do a reaction drill. Jogging is kind of our base camp, but I might tell us to go forward, wide, up, down, right, or left. I'm gonna add in combos. This is a great way to work your brain and your cardio all at once. So let's just start off with a nice little jog. Pump those arms. I'll start off easy and then I'll make it more challenging. You ready? Forward. Get back to this jog. Wide. Down. Up. Right. Nice little right punch. Left. All right, you ready? Forward, wide, up, down. Right, left, wide up. Good. Left, right, up, down. Wide up, wide forward, wide down. Forward up, forward down. Wide up, wide up, wide up. Good. And we're finishing with right, left punches for the last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! Rest. Nice job. All right, we're finishing with our 2 core exercises. We're doing a sit up with 2 punches. So essentially just a good old sit up, lean it back, sit up, and then we're going to punch, punch. Here we go. Simple. We got this. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. So lean it back, exhale forward, punch, punch. Good. Now, when we get halfway, I'm going to give you a challenge. And that challenge is adding in an extra set of punches each time you do a sit-up. So if the first one, we do 2, then the next one we would do 4, and then 6, 8, so on and so forth until the end of time. This time is up until the end of time. So you can decide if you want to do that starting now. So right now, if you want to do that, we're going to go for 2 punches, sit up. Now we got 4, 1, 2. Good. And then 6. You don't have to do this challenge, but it's kind of a fun one. Works your brain. We're at 8 now. Good. We got 10 seconds left. Can we finish with 10 punches? Good. And rest. Beautiful. You can grab a weight or your tennis ball. I think I'm gonna grab my tennis ball. I'm gonna hang on to it nice and tight, or I'm holding on to my weight. We're doing wood chop presses, so we're gonna reach arms up overhead. And as we come down, we're gonna bring that weight or the ball to our hip. Nice little twist. Exhale, reach, twist to the other hip. You ready? Here we go. You can always do this one standing too. Reach and twist, reach and twist. You can also just kind of twist to the side if that feels good. Almost like you're passing food. Good. Reach and twist. Last 30 seconds, and then we're gonna stretch it out and call it a day. You're doing so good, so strong. Perfect. Woo. Can you give me 10 more seconds? Stay strong. Three, 2, 1. Boom. We did it. Nice job. Let's stretch it out. Woo. Good job, everybody. How are we feeling? Doing okay? Good. All right. Let's cool it down. Ooh, let's see. Maybe we should get some closing. All right. So we're gonna stretch it out and call it a day. Let me change up my music, just because it's we need something a little bit calmer. So proud of you. Y'all worked so hard. Not an easy workout for sure. So, wherever you're at, we'll kind of check back in with our bodies, see how we're feeling. Do a little bit of a body scan of, how we're doing with our mood and physically. Just a great way to check back in, and yeah, hopefully we've improved over the last hour or so. So take a big breath in through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Good. We're slowing down that heart rate. Breathe in, checking in with our mood and our fatigue. Obviously, we're going to feel a little bit tired because we just worked pretty hard. But maybe we were able to just, take a bit of a break from life. Maybe we're feeling a little bit more energized. Check in with your spasticity, numbness, tingling. Maybe your muscles feel a little bit looser. Good. Let's breathe in as we reach arms up overhead. Lengthen in the fingertips. Exhale it out. Reach behind and open up the chest nice and big. Taking a few big, deep breaths in and out. Nice stretch in the chest. I always like to take time too as we cool it down. Stretching is a really great way to kind of check back in with our bodies and see what our bodies need, but also to appreciate how our bodies move for us. So as you exhale and round in the back, reaching arms forward like you're hugging a tree. Just be thankful for how your body has moved for you today. Think about how strong your hands and your feet and your arms and your legs have been and your core. And shake out those arms. Inhale into Warrior 1, palms face each other. Exhale into Warrior 2, reach those arms wide like you're pushing the walls away. Good. Bring one arm across your body, hug that arm to your chest, rotate in the wrist. So good. Research says we should get in at least 30 minutes of exercise a day, and you are overachievers. So well done. You went far beyond that. Reach those arms wide again. Push those walls away. Pull the fingertips up. Exhale. Nice full body workout for today. Exhale it out, shake those arms out. We're going to do a spinal twist. So as we breathe in, as we exhale, twist those shoulders to one direction. Maybe you grab onto your chair, feeling a nice stretch in the back. Maybe a little bit in your chest. Breathe in. Exhale, release, and twist to the other side. In and exhale, come back to center. Let's stretch out our lower body. Grab underneath one knee, pull the knee up towards your chest. Rotate in the ankle, point and flex the toe. As you breathe in, hug that knee to your chest. Exhale, lengthen that leg, long heels in the ground, toes pointed up. And we're going to reach for that toe. Maybe we can just get to that shin, calf, or ankle. We're getting a nice stretch in the back of that leg. Good hamstring stretch. Now that our muscles are nice and warm, we can do what's called a static stretch, where we hold for a little bit longer, using your breath. Good. Grab underneath that knee, pull that foot up on top of your thigh, nice figure 4. Hinge it forward, play around with the angle of where you put pressures or how you turn your body. See what your body needs. Hug that knee to your chest, place the foot on the floor. Let's go the other side. Grab underneath that knee, pull the knee up. If there's anything else that you need to stretch, or if any of these stretches don't work for you, use this time to touch what you need. Exhale, lengthen that leg, long heels in the ground, toes pointed up, and reach and hold. So glad that you joined me for this fun workout. I always say, you know, one of the tips to overcoming a barrier, like, ugh, do I have to go work out, is having a workout buddy. And so thanks for being my workout buddy. You know, I don't like working out by myself. So you can always grab a friend next time to join you with your workout. It helps keep us accountable. I'm kind of competitive, so sometimes that's helpful for me. But yeah, kind of just like a helpful little tool, whether it's a spouse or a friend or somebody from a, you know, sport group or something. It's always good to have a buddy. Getting that nice glute stretch here. Perfect. Pull that knee in, place the foot on the floor. Take one more big breath in out to the sky. Exhale it out. Know that you are stronger than MS. I hope you join me back for another Keep Moving with Emily class. You can find me on YouTube, Keep Moving with Emily, tons of different options for you to move. But thanks so much for joining me. And the Marissa Center is also awesome. They record all these workouts so you can join me again whenever you want. So